Welcome everyone to Enlightened World Network. I'm your host, Sue Seekoff. Today on our show, A Meditation a Day, we have a guest speaker, Jane Mountrose. She's the co-founder of Awakenings Institute and a holistic coach and trainer. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Sue. Wonderful to be here.
Welcome. We love having you.
Oh, thank you.
We're looking forward to your guided meditation. So why don't you tell us a little about it and start when you're ready?
Okay. I was telling Sue before we started that there is a goddess Amerissis, who I tend to connect with in the morning quite often because she's called the goddess of light. And I've been connecting with her for quite a while now, some years. So when I wake up in the morning, I like to call to the goddess of light and ask her to bless me with a cascade of pure light. And that's what she's known for, just beautiful, pure light. So we're going to connect with Amerissis. And what we're going to do is actually take a trip up into the universe, which is something that I often do. I find that when we do that, it helps us to lift our vibration to a place where we can receive more. And of course, it feels good. Just going there feels good. So it is also the overview is the tremendous value that we get from embracing light on the path to enlightenment. It makes sense. It's an opportunity also to view ourselves as the dynamic cosmic beings we are by going out into the universe. So many of us have a history that goes way beyond the earth as we know. And it feels so wonderful to be out there, also to be out when we're above the mass consciousness thought forms that tend to drag us down. So with that, I'd like to just start and we'll see where it takes us. I have a way of where I start generally just by closing our eyes and inviting the beings of light who are surrounding us, who are always with us, to bless us with love and light. You can ask for the perfect energy you want now: peace, happiness, joy, radiance, whatever appeals to you, or just light. Just ask to be embraced with light. Breathing in, and then as you exhale, releasing anything that you don't need right now, any tension, any heavy energy, any discordant energy that you sense around you. We pick up a lot of discordant energy from our environments. And also we can ask with our intention, which is very powerful, for any energy that is not your own. We pick it up from other people, places, and times. Ask it to go back where it came from, because that creates more space for your own light. Just allowing it to flow away from you. And you might notice you feel a little freer. And also, this affects our presence, that there's more of us here to be present. And similarly, we leave bits of ourselves in other places, other times with other people. So you can ask to have that energy of your own that's ready to come back to you now. And you might even feel a sense of energy entering in. Again, feeling like there's more of you to be present in your body. And just breathing. Just feeling the beauty of the breath. And with that, then we can imagine breathing in even lighter energy now to support us in being able to gently rise away from where we're resting, our seats, or whatever we're on. Just rising gently up into the sky. And then just rising so beautifully and gently up, we can go way, way up there through the Earth's atmosphere, all the way up, which is apparently some miles in the air. and out into the universe. So we might see the planet becoming smaller below us, and just this beautiful, beautiful sky filled with stars and galaxies and universes. And being in this place where we're free. We're free of all of those mass consciousness thought forms. Presumably, you're free now of having to be concerned about the past or the future. Just in this beautiful place in this moment. And noticing the stillness and the silence. The silence, then it often reminds me of the music of the spheres playing in the background. Feeling so blessed. And with that, we can invite the goddess Amerissis to join us. You might perceive her through your inner sight, inner hearing, inner feeling, and just ask her now to surround us with that beautiful, pure, radiant light that she is, and that is available to us through her. So just imagine surrounding yourself with this light, feeling it all around there, filling your whole energy field, that ball of light around you, with this pure, more radiant, higher vibrational frequency of light. And also inviting it into your body, into all of the cells of your body, if it feels right to you. Blessing every cell with light. And then, like a microscope, imagine reaching down into the level of all the atoms in the cells in your body. And imagining that energy flowing through the spaces between the electrons in the atoms in the cells of your body. So there's just like this beautiful breeze of pure, radiant light flowing all through you. And of course, we reach into the cellular level, because one of the most effective things we can do is clear the spaces around the electrons in the cells, in the atoms, so they can spin more freely. And this is where life energy comes from these electrons spinning. So if the spaces around them are filled with sludge, like just old, heavy, muddy kind of energy, then the electrons can't flow freely. And what we want is to allow that to occur, to invite them to feel freer and flow and spin more rapidly, more freely. So as you invite that light all around to be flowing through, it also is important to realize that when we are experiencing difficulties and we sense that energy is blocked within us, that we can invite light to flow through us more freely. That's one of the things that we can do. Just to recognize when we're facing obstacles that they're blessings. They're blessings for our growth. You could say they're gifts for us from our soul's awareness. And we can open to them as gifts as we work through them and allow the energy still to flow through us freely. It helps us to move through more easily, move through the challenges we face more easily. And when we know that we're supported by these divine beings like Amerissis, it's nurturing to us. We're not alone. We're never alone. Beyond Amerissis, or Amerissis blessing us with pure light, is the light of the Creator, him or herself, or him and herself. We can just feel the light of the divine flowing through us. Amerissis is also an ascended master, and she's the divine complement of the ascended master El Moria, who many people are familiar with. And he is in the same energy stream, the first ray, along with Archangel Michael. So it's really energy that is empowering to us. And with Amerissis, we're receiving the divine feminine form of power through light. And I feel she wants to assure us that we all deserve all the blessings that the universe can offer. And we're so powerful, so much more powerful than we know. It's interesting that we can travel like this out into the universe. And as I mentioned, just reaching the Earth's atmosphere, the end of the Earth's atmosphere, the place where we exited, is miles and miles in the air. We've traveled many, many, probably hundreds, thousands of miles to be here, freely flowing in the universe. And yet we can be here essentially in an instant. We can be anywhere in our minds in an instant. It shows how powerful we are. Just to remember, we're deserving of all the blessings. We're powerful, more powerful than we know, in a way that we may not have known. To me, I started to call it poised, a poised sense of power. It's really a power that is an inward power, not a power that is being exerted on others. It's a power that we embrace, understanding who we really are as magnificent spiritual beings. So just again, focusing on this light from Amerissis. It's a simple process connecting with her. As I mentioned, I do this in the morning sometimes, many times. Just inviting light, a cascade of light from Amerissis. Just on a related note, she's also known as the Lady of the Lake in the Arthurian legend, and so she's a being who's been known by different names, and very few people that I've known have known her as Amerissis. And she's just a beautiful, beautiful being. And I sense she's saying, and you are too. This is another thing we don't see from our perspective often, is that these divine beings view us as equals to them because they know that part of us. They know that we do exist as masters in this moment. We exist in many different dimensions, and we are enlightened beings. So we can embrace that too. Just embrace more of that magnificence. Creator energy flowing through you. There may be those around us who want us to feel small. It's just a misunderstanding. And we don't have to be troubled by it. We can still embrace our magnificence. And we could stay here. We could stay here for an indefinite period of time. But I think we can, for now, just return back to where we started. So we can thank Amerissis and our Creator, all of the beings of light who are around us, as we gently flow back down through the atmosphere and into our seats where we started. And grounding ourselves to Mother Earth, sending love to her, we receive love back. More love. And then breathing in more active energy, returning us to our normal waking states. So we're grounded. We're in the waking state, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Jane. Wow.
You're welcome.
So I did connect with a master healer that was on another dimension, and it's an affirmation, that that's part of who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go, well, I have in my meditation, I have a place I go. I call it my heavenly home, which is I go there for whatever I want to do in the moment. And a lot of times beings show up. I think that's probably where I met Amerissis. Sometimes they'll just show up and I'm introduced in that way. And they'll say, look, I'm here. I'd love to contact you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
magical.
lovely to connect with her.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the flood of light, and just sort of a clearing energy that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're just in light, it's like all of that kind of other stuff is set to the side, I guess.
Well,
I think that's why I enjoyed doing that in the morning. And my thought in doing it today was just to invite people to do that, because she's so available and it's just so beautiful. The goddess of light.
beautiful. Yeah, that's a good word for her.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, Jane, what are you up to? What would you like to share today about your work?
I always I always forget about this part. Well, one thing is that we have a presentation every Sunday on Enlightened World Network, the Circle of Love and Light, and we share a variety of different things, usually connecting with different masters, angels. We use oracle cards a lot to support whatever we're doing, which is always really life enhancing, I think. And we do a meditation each time, so that with the idea that we're building together, we're building light, and then we're allowing it to flow out to the universe around us and to places where we want to send it, to the earth, to people who are troubled, maybe to support our communities, our neighborhoods, specific people who may be needing light and love. It's a wonderful experience. And we also have an institute, as Sue mentioned earlier, Awakenings Institute, which is devoted to creating a more loving world, where everyone's gifts are honored and nurtured, which I think is such an important part of it too. When you imagine a world where everyone is allowed to be their best, to blossom, how much different it would be from a world where we feel like we have to compete and hold some people down so that for whatever reason that serves us. Just imagine that loving world. To me, it's like the ultimate solution to everything. And that's really the focus. That's the main focus of our work. We have a website. We have one at Awakenings Institute, but that's mostly our programs. So there's one called gettingthrough.org, which is, we've had that since the 90s. getting.org/, if you go to gettingthrough.org/spiritual, you can connect with a lot of the things that we're doing spiritually. We have a blog there. We have a place where you can sign up for a free light worker kit, kind of something just to get to know us a little bit. And so we always welcome people to connect with us even.
Yeah. Well, we did include a link to your website in the description below this video. So
Oh, wonderful.
do invite people to check it out.
Yeah, we have different courses coming, programs, different things. And also I think generally you'll find out about them through Enlightened World Network too. They list them.
So Jane and her husband, Philip, have been teaching for so many years, and they have these remarkable programs where you can learn more or train and get certified. Do check them out. And once again, Jane, we're so grateful to have you with us every time you come. It's such a pleasure.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sue.
Okay. And to our listeners out there, join us again. We offer daily guided meditations. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find us at lots of places, and do come back because we offer community, and we'd love having you join us again. Okay. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye, Jane.
Bye.